Let's take a look at the square root feature on your TI-84 calculator. We're going to locate the correct button, and then we're going to talk about how to use it. So remember, a square root symbol looks like this. This is what we're going to be looking for on the face of the calculator. Take a couple minutes to search for it. You'll find it on the left side, about halfway down, one of these blue symbols up above that x squared button. That's where we'll locate the button in order to use it. So let's look at some examples. In my first example, I want to evaluate the square root of 289. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the square root tool. I'm going to hit the second button that was up here in the corner, and then this x squared button. Because that square root symbol is blue up above that button, that's what tells me I'm going to need to use the second key in order to get to it. So second, and then the x squared button gives me my square root symbol, and now all I have to do is type 289 underneath there and hit enter. And I get 17. Now, you may have learned in your math class that the square root of 289 is actually positive 17 or negative 17, and your calculator is never going to give you both of those answers. That'll be up to you to recognize when it's appropriate to put your plus or minus symbol in front of it or write two different answers. Let's look at the second example. In my second example, I have an equation to solve. I'm going to start by subtracting 5 from both sides on this equation, and I'll do this right alongside in the calculator. So 405 minus 5, that gives me 400. So the next thing I need to do is square root both sides of this equation in order to get x equals a value. Now I've already got the 400 in there, so I want to use the square root button, and I want to avoid having to type 400 over again, because maybe that 400 might have had a bunch of decimals after it or something, or it could be a really big number that I just don't want to have to type in again. So that's where I'm going to use my answer tool to take the square root of the number that was on the line right ahead of it. I'm going to do second and then the negative button to get the answer in there, and hit enter, and that'll tell me 20. Now, any good Algebra 2 student knows that the answer is actually plus or minus 20, but again, it's up to you to know that. Your calculator is not going to do that for you.